Hello, everyone. Thanks for the introduction. Appreciate that. My name is Randy Ahn, CBS Mobile. Basically, what I'm here to do today is to really talk through what we've done and seen in the U.S. market. I think you're definitely going to see some parallels between the U.S. market and the potential of the Indian market. So before I get started, I wanted to just give you a little bit of background about CBS Corporation itself, just to give you an idea of the company that I work for. So CBS Corporation can be broken down into basically 6 arms. First, we have television. We're actually the #1 most watched television network in the United States. We also have a radio arm. We have over 140 radio stations in the top 50 markets in the United States. We also have interactive as an arm. We actually acquired CNET Networks last August. We spent $1.8 billion. After that acquisition, we quickly became the 8th most trafficked site in the entire world, putting us in the same field as Facebook, Yahoo, so forth. We've also got place-based, most well-known as CBS Outdoor. We actually have the largest billboard and outdoor advertising network in the entire United States. We've got CBS Mobile, which I'll talk more about a little bit later. And then finally, there's our publishing and licensing arm. That includes Simon & Schuster, one of the 4 largest English language book publishers in the United States. We've also got CBS Records, and CBS Movie Studios as well. So what's interesting about this is that if you look at the first 5 arms of CBS, the large majority of our revenue, the $13.95 billion that you saw in 2008, is ad-supported. It's advertising. Only the publishing and licensing arm is not relying on advertising. So people like to say we're great at content. I actually like to believe we're great at selling advertising, and that's our core strength. So our most well-known is probably our television network. So here's an example of just some of the brands that we have available. You're going to recognize the entire CSI franchise, CSI Miami, CSI New York, CSI Crime Scene Investigation. You're going to see some of the reality TV programming as well, Survivor, Big Brother, some of our comedies, How I Met Your Mother, Rules of Engagement, Daytime, Bold and the Beautiful, Guiding Light, Young and the Restless, all CBS brands. Late night television is also popular, The Late Show with David Letterman, The Late Show with Craig Ferguson. And then we've actually, out of the 5 major networks in the United States, CBS owns 1.5 of them. So we've got the CW network as well, consists of Gossip Girl, the new 90210, America's Next Top Model, all under CBS. So I'm going to play a little video that will give you a little bit of an example of some of the TV properties we have.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Here we go.
Hi, everyone.
How long can you prowl around bars slinging pickup lines having emotionless sex?
I'll let you know.
CBS Mobile. Small screen. Big entertainment.
So Kelvin and Rajesh, they talked a lot about numbers, especially in the United States, and the growth that's occurring there. Now, what's important is what are the reasons for the growth? So I'd like to run through a few reasons I feel like the growth has exploded in the United States. Number 1, faster networks. No doubt about it. The best analogy is dial-up versus broadband. Where would YouTube be today if we were all on dial-up? No one would use it. We got 3G networks in the United States. We've got Wi-Fi connection. We're coming out with 4G and WiMAX. The growth is going to be huge as soon as these networks start to get faster and faster. We're very reliant on carriers for this, and it makes a huge difference in terms of the consumer experience. Next, we have better devices. Kelvin talked about a few of these devices. We've got Android, iPhone, Palm Pre, BlackBerry Storm, and the Nokia, the latest Nokia device. All these devices are game changers. As soon as the iPhone came out, it made a huge difference in terms of how consumers saw the mobile phone. First of all, they're open platform, right? Anyone can now get access to the SDK, develop an application for it, make it available on these devices. Number two, touchscreen, 3G capable, Wi-Fi, the list goes on and on. These devices are truly game changers and are going to make a big, big impact in the market. Now, along with these devices also comes the App Store. Now, the App Store is a huge game changer as well. Where would the iPhone be if it didn't have applications? It'd be an okay communication device, be an okay kind of text messaging device, an email device, but it becomes a true entertainment device as well, once you have applications. Again, open platforms, extremely important here. BlackBerry came out with App World, Nokia with Ovi. This is all the newest devices are all heading in this direction. There's a lot less reliance on carriers in this case. The App Store is run by the handset manufacturer. It's no longer run by the carrier. It's a huge difference. No longer carrier certifications are required. You can develop, submit. Next thing you know, it's available for the masses to download and use. Also, when it comes to discovery, it's important to know that we talk about mobile internet. So this is specific to applications. Mobile internet, you start to do redirects with URLs. You no longer need to put in wap.cbssports.com. You no longer need to put in mobile. Or .mobi. You can simply put in cbssports.com, redirects, we recognize it, takes you straight to the optimized version of the mobile internet. Excellent user experience. So the next thing we have here, another contributing factor, is the crumbling of walled gardens. Now, when I first looked at this slide, I thought, ooh, this is a little bit tough. I don't mean to say that carriers are crumbling, because they're not. But what is changing is how the carriers are being used and how we work with them. They're no longer trying to control the environment you're in. That's what I mean by the walled garden. It's no longer important that you're submitting to the carrier, getting their approval, talking them into placing you high on the deck. They're not trying to control your experience anymore there. What they are and should focus on is faster networks, right? We saw the importance of 3G. We saw the importance of WiMAX, 4G, Wi-Fi. This should be the area of focus. Along with that, it should also be data plans, affordable data plans. Users are not going to be using the mobile internet, using data-heavy applications if they don't know how much it costs, right? We don't want to count every kilobyte we use. Unlimited data plans have made a huge difference in the United States. So let's talk about some of these better prices. First, we'll talk about the unlimited data plans. $99, you can surf the web unlimited, unlimited SMS, limited voice, all for $99. As soon as one major carrier did this, they all followed suit, and the hockey stick that Rajesh talked about occurred. Very important factor. Next is also hardware. $99 for the iPhone. That is a great price point. As soon as that hardware goes down, becomes affordable to the masses, you can buy it for your 12-year-old daughter, no problem, $99. Next, we have improved metrics and reporting standards. It's extremely, extremely important that you're able to recognize what the consumer behavior patterns are. What features are they using? You want to be able to dig in deep into the numbers so you can make the changes. It's a very dynamic space, obviously. You've got to move rapidly. You want to be innovative. You want to be ahead of the curve. Reporting, metrics, all help you get there. Along with that is advertising. As I mentioned before, it's very important that you have very strong metrics around your advertising numbers. All your advertisers will want these numbers. They want them to be accurate, and they should be accurate, and they should be asking for them. So that's very important. Next is always in the news. Hopefully we have a few members of the press here. Always in the news for the mobile industry is enormous, right? Let's give our industry visibility. This can be as simple as a Facebook update, a Twitter update. It could be blogging about today's conference. It could be Business Today writing an article about what we talked about here today. It's extremely important that we're always in the news. And in the US, you cannot go a single day without a mobile article being written about.